We begin on the baseball diamond. The Bronx Bombers, or the Scranton Rail Raiders version, with all of the injuries of late, came to play in San Francisco. DJ LeMahieu and Gio Urshela became the latest Yankees to get hurt as New York completed a three-game sweep of the Giants with an 11-5 win Sunday that included another long home run by Gary Sanchez. Per Elias, Sanchez's 8 homers through his first 15 games of the season are the 4th most at that point in a season in Pinstripe history. They're also the most through 15 games since Alex Rodriguez hit 12 in a similar stretch during his 2007 MVP campaign. LeMahieu and Urshela had to be taken out of the game. X-rays for the two were negative afterwards. The Bombers are off today and hope the pair can return tomorrow. Reigning NL MVP Christian Yelich and Met star Robinson Cano were both pulled with injuries, while the Amazons beat the Milwaukee Brewers 5-2 Sunday on J.D. Davis's tie-breaking pinch hit single in the 7th inning. In Queens, Steven Matz pitched 7 strong with 2 earned runs. The Mets continue their homestand tonight. On the ice, it was a 2-1 heartbreaker for the Isles in the second round. Carolina scored both of its goals in the opening 90 seconds of the third period in Game 2. The Islanders then had 3 shots hit the crossbar and another goal waved off before losing in regulation. Hurricanes take a 2-0 series lead back to Carolina with them. It should be noted that the Hurricanes have a very strong home ice advantage with a stadium capacity near 20,000 as the series heads to Raleigh. Time for some quick hitters from around the world of sports. The NFL and the Players Union have reviewed the audio tape that a TV station aired last week on which Kansas City Chiefs wide receiver Tyreek Hill and his fiancée discuss injuries to their child. The league has historically declined to use the commissioner's exempt list in the offseason, but is considering making an exception in this case, likely as early as this week, because Hill is in the middle of an ongoing criminal investigation. The designation is a way to keep a player off the field while the league reviews a charge or allegation and reaches a conclusion on discipline, and the league usually waits until the legal system concludes its process, which was just reopened last week in Kansas City after prosecutors received the audio from a local TV station. Hill has been suspended from all team-related activities in the wake of the audio that surfaced Thursday in which he discusses abusing his son. After nearly 2 decades in the league, Sebastian Janikowski is calling it a career. Janikowski officially retired from the NFL on Sunday after 19 seasons. According to ESPN's Adam Schefter, Janikowski was selected with the number 17 overall pick by the Oakland Raiders in the 2000 NFL Draft, making him the highest drafted kicker since 2000. He played for the Raiders for all but one of his seasons in the league and made more than 80% of his field goal attempts and 98.5% of his extra point attempts throughout his career. He compiled 1,913 career points. Future Hall of Famer. Corey Ballentine, who was just drafted by the New York Giants, is recovering from a gunshot wound he suffered in a shooting that killed his former college teammate. Washburn University in Topeka, Kansas says Ballentine was injured in the off-campus shooting that killed the 23-year-old junior defensive back Dwayne Simmons. The school says Ballentine, a 6th-rounder by the Giants, is expected to make a full recovery. Ballentine's gunshot wound is reportedly non-life-threatening, and the cornerback is expected to be back on the field in a few weeks. The Giants drafted Ballentine with the 180th overall pick in the 6th round of the NFL Draft on Saturday, and the shooting happened early Sunday morning. Crazy story there. Told you about Golden State Friday. See ya, LA Clippers. Next up is Houston. Behind Kevin Durant's 35 points, the Warriors topped the Rockets 104-100 in a wild finish that saw Chris Paul get ejected in the game's closing seconds. Paul stole the ball from Durant and kicked it to James Harden for a chance to tie the game at 103 with a three-pointer. Harden missed the three-point shot, and of course, Paul caught the offensive rebound. Paul was pushed out of bounds for the turnover and received a technical foul, his second, which ejected him from the game. Steph Curry scored the technical free throw to ice the game and put the Warriors on top. Durant added 5 rebounds and 3 assists in the Warriors' win. Curry contributed an additional 18 points, 7 rebounds, and 4 assists. By the way, Durant had 50 points to eliminate the Clippers. Just saying, just saying. Spurs head coach Greg Popovich is expected to return next season after earlier reports that he would retire. Your Game 1 winners yesterday were the Raptors over the Sixers, Celtics over the Bucks, and again, the Warriors over the Rockets. Chauncey Billups is one step closer to rejoining the NBA. The former Detroit Pistons star will be the final interview for the open Minnesota Timberwolves president of basketball operations role. Per ESPN's Woj, Billups will interview for that open position that was previously held by Tom Thibodeau. The NHL playoffs continue tonight. St. Louis will be at Dallas. Puck drops at 8. The Colorado Avalanche fended off a late comeback attempt from San Jose to win 4-3 on Sunday. Meanwhile, the Columbus Blue Jackets scored in double OT to defeat Boston. The Dallas Stars also topped St. Louis in Game 2 to tie the series. In motorsport, Chase Elliott won Sunday's Cup race at Talladega Superspeedway as the race finished under caution because of 2 wrecks. On the last lap, Elliott led 44 of 188 laps, including the final 4 laps. The win is the 4th of Elliott's Cup career and came after a pit road speeding penalty on lap 13. It's also the first win for Chevrolet in 2019 and ends Ford's streak of 7 consecutive Talladega victories. We have a winner in New Jersey. There are 2 ways to win in Supercross. You can either ride hard to the front and storm past the competition, or you can ride a perfect race and watch those in front of you fall. Cooper Webb needed to finish only 5th in the last 2 races of the Supercross seasons. Now he needs to score only 3 points next week at Las Vegas after winning his 7th race of the season. That was Saturday night at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Once again, it was a Mercedes 1-2 finish in Sunday's Grand Prix, with Valtteri Bottas taking the checkered flag first, followed by Lewis Hamilton. For Bottas, Sunday's victory was the 5th of his career and his 2nd victory of 2019, having previously won the season-opening Grand Prix. Bottas is once again atop the point standings, leading Hamilton by only 1 point. Those are the headlines. We hit the C-list for a Kentucky Derby prediction. There's nothing quite like the Kentucky Derby, and the 2019 edition of the biggest event in horse racing takes place this coming Saturday, May 4th at Churchill Downs. Trainers from all over the country have emerged with their top thoroughbreds for the first leg of horse racing's Triple Crown. The list of 2019 Kentucky Derby contenders is led by Omaha Beach, who comes to Louisville on a 3-race winning streak, including a pair of stakes races against other top favorites. Omaha Beach and Roadster, who have both won 3 races in their careers, are 7-2 co-favorites in the latest 2019 Kentucky Derby odds. However, I'm going to go with the Bob Baffert trained Improbable at 5-1. Improbable is another 3-time race winner. Other horses in the combo could be Undefeated Maximum Security at 6-1 and Game Winner, who has never finished lower than 2nd place in a race at 7-1. Hit me up at The Voice Bobby C on social media and share your picks for the big race. That's your sports. I'm Bobby C. Stay tuned. More Open coming back at you right after this.